Hey, how are you? Here I am today live at the catch. So what I wanted to do today was to talk to you about what fish you can get at your local fishmongers and tell you about what ways I cook it and what way I show in my demonstrations. So in the recent programme on RTE by Philip Boucher Hayes, the What Are We Eating, they said that about each person in Ireland sends about €1, less than €1 a week on fish, and I think for all of our nutrition we need to be eating a lot of fish a week, at least say one portion of oily fish and two other fish per week. So let's go and have a look and see what we can find here in our fish shop. So first of all, we've got the great window display that Damien has set up here, and we have this is the natural smoked haddock that I speak about a lot of the time. So rather than getting the dyed haddock, which you will see in a lot of chowders and things, I like to go for this natural smoked one. It's not as easy to get. It's not as strong a smoked flavour, but it is much better for you and a lot less additives and chemicals in it. So they have their garlic prawns marinated. They have fresh yellowfin tuna that I know they supply to some sushi shops. They have clams, they have crab claws, samphire, which is lovely I put that on top of the chowder, or tonight I'm going to have barbecued salmon on a bed of samphire. They have some of their fish cakes, and then they have some chowder mix, which I always ask if it's fresh, and if it is fresh and made up that morning, it's a really good value way to buy your fish to make your chowder. So let's go on in and have a look. This is more than just a fish shop as well. They have lots of different things that you can buy here. So for example, here they take lovely fresh sourdough in from the Firehouse Bakery, and that comes in every day. You've got lots of your different sauces and things. And then if you come along to the fridge counter here, you've got your really nice Irish smoked salmon. You've got their own, this is their own tomato-based seafood chowder that they have, and their own seafood lasagna. Then I love the Goat's Bridge trout pate. That's a really nice one. Definitely I'll be getting that in the shopping basket for the weekend. And then they have Simon's red curry sauce. That's always a really good one to have in the fridge. And then I'd have, say, prawns in the freezer, and I put in some vegetables and make a nice tasty dinner at the weekends that isn't going to take long to prepare. They have some of the different flavours of the smoked mackerel, which the mackerel being a great oily fish to have in your diet. We've got asparagus, lemons, potatoes. Then one of the things I love is if I'm coming to get some fish and maybe I haven't been up to the supermarket for a day or two, rather than having to make a trip to the supermarket, I can get some of their lovely organic rocket, garlic, potatoes, onions, carrots. So really you can just pop in, pull in outside, get your fish, one-stop shop, and get everything else that you might need. They also have some cold meats and lots of different dips. You've got the Happy Pear ones, you've got Cabots of Westport, and you've got all of those. You've even got the Happy Pear granola. So it's, as I say, more than just a fish shop. Over here then we have, I don't know anyone who's going to use a whole tin of anchovies in one go. So it's great when you can get it in the jar and put it back in. But if you do buy it elsewhere, I will often just put it back in one of those little jam jars in the fridge so it'll keep for a while. They have different sauces here, and then we'll go through the freezer in a little while. Then they have some pastas and quinoa and thing that you can put with your fish, and some really nice tomato sauces and some olive oils. And in the fridge they have some of the ready-made meals. So if you don't have any time to cook any fish but you want to make the fish dishes yourselves, you've got some of Simon's, the fish pie, Thai prawn red curry, then you've got the fish cakes and the smokies. And then another thing we have here to go with your trout pate and your dips, we have lots of these different crackers and some granola bars. So to come and have a look at the fish that they have, we have some lovely fresh lobster, and we have some oysters.
You might have some of your barbecue
And this at the window that I was showing you from the other side. So we've got the marinated prawns, we've got the natural smoked.
Don't ask me how it works. I know.
And we're back again. Sorry for the interruption with the Wi-Fi. So Looking here at some of the things we have, hake is a lovely Irish sustainable fish. It's really nice, meaty white fish. I love to just grill it with a bit of butter, or if you want to put it in one of the oven bags with a marinade, that's brilliant, and that works out about 18 a kilo. Then we have nice plaice fillets. You want to look for nice bright orange spots, as you can see there on the plaice. And again, that's about 18. Then the monkfish is really nice. So I make a lovely monkfish with a red pepper sauce, or it works really well in curries, or I also do a red pepper vinaigrette, so it's a little bit lighter than that red pepper sauce. But you can also, which is even cheaper, is to use, so that's 35 a kilo, but you can also use, what we have here is the monkfish cheeks. So normally you eat the tail of the monkfish, but then the other piece of meat you can eat is up in the cheeks. So they're already in small pieces, so they can be really handy. We have the trout fillets from Goatsbridge and Kilkenny. Then we have the scallops. We have, we've got our brill here. And that's our whole John Dory. So, John Dory with the thumbprint, the black mark on it. And Damien's going to fillet this for us here. So sometimes I'll cook the fish whole and I'll bake it in the oven. I would do that with, a John Dory or a turbot. It can be nice if you've got a group of people. Or you can fillet it and then you might grill it. Yeah. We're just getting a knife for that. So here's our fillets of John Dory, as I say, recognisable by the black thumbprint on the outside. And we also have some cod loins. They're about 23 a kilo. The sea bass, which are quite popular, they're farmed in Greece, so I don't tend to buy them myself. The red gurnard is quite a good value one, that's $14.50, so that'd be good in curries and things. And the mackerel, Irish, and I always try and buy it the day that it's caught. So when you're going to fillet flatfish like this, you're going to cut along the... You work away. So that's why you get your fishmonger to do it for you, so you don't have to bother doing any of that. And I find the lads here are great. You can call in ahead if I want a particular fish for a demo, call in a day or two ahead and they'll let me know whether they're likely to be able to get it. And they can keep it whole for me or fillet it. There you go. Perfect for John Dory. And so I'm certainly looking for fish for the barbecue tonight, but here they do skewers, which you can have for the barbecue. So you've got nice seafood skewers with your vegetables and it's all marinated, so it's really a nice flavour. What fish have you mainly got in those?
There's cod and salmon and some prawns with the Spanish Harbour marinade on it, and they're 4 for €10.
Okay, super, thank you. Now we've turned over and we're onto the back of the other fish, the other side of the fish. So usually when you're filleting fish, you've got a nice bendy, flexible knife so that you can work your way around all of the bones.
Thank you.
And when I bake the whole fish on the bone, I show people how to, portion it up afterwards. But most of the time, I'll just get the fishmonger to do it for me.
Those sounds one day, are?
Yep.
So tomorrow, I guess.
So there we have our nice fillet of John Dory. What else? The other thing was the freezer food. The freezer food that we have. We've got the Fleming's Irish prawns. So we've got the peeled ones or the other Irish prawns. So these ones are uncooked and they're great to have in the freezer for if you're making a curry or anything like that. Then they also have these calamari. So I use those for the salt and pepper squid. Really, really nice. So I would often have a box of those in the freezer, and then if I'm at home and I wanted to make some squid, I would do that. And then down here we have some Vietnamese prawns, and then we have these other prawns from Portugal. They are often the prawns that I would have. So if you have any other questions, please maybe put them through in the comments afterwards, and I'll be happy to answer them. I have a cookery demo coming up, and the link is there on Monday. I think it's the 21st of May, where I'll be going through a whole pile of fish. So we'll be going through shellfish, whitefish, oily fish, whole fish, and showing you how to cook them, how to make really nice, tasty fish, so that we can all get a lot more fish in our diet. So I hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.